Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about the OS module. So to understand the OS module, we first need to know some of the base concepts which are associated with this. Okay, so sometimes a program may need to interact with the computer's file system, such as to get the size of a file or to open a file in different directory. It can be different platforms, so it can be Windows or Mac or Linux or anything it can be, and that controls the file system, and the program must use the function supplied by the particular operating system to interact with files. So here the OS module, actually what it does, it provides an interface to the operating system function calls and is thus the critical piece of the Python programming toolbox. Okay, let me show you some form of how to use the OS module. So, if we take into consideration the concept of portability, so what it does, the portability of a program across different operating systems to avoid scenarios where the program behaves correctly on the programmer's computer but crashes on another because of the portability issue. So, portability is a major concern while reading or writing files outside the executing program's directory, since the file path representations may differ between different operating systems, maybe Windows, maybe Linux, maybe something else. So, for example, in Windows, the path of the file is represented in this format. Suppose, let me exit it. Yeah, maybe in this format as you see, okay, in the Windows. But in Mac, see the representation of it, the subdirectory, then a forward slash, then the file name. So these are the differences you might see. Okay, so how to solve this portability issue then? So as you saw that the window, the double backward slash, and in Mac, single forward slash is used as a path separator in the path of the file. So how to use this path separator and how to resolve the portability issue. So the thing is that I have added one statement here. So let's say instead of literally each time writing a literal path, okay, specific path. So rather than doing that, let's say the path is in this format, subdirectory batmobile .jpg. Let's say it can work fine in the Mac, but it's not something supposed to be used in case of Windows. So in terms of that, to make it more portable across different platform, you can use the os modules path.join function, which will join just the subdirectory with the file that you want using any path separator. So if it's window, it will just add the double backslash, okay, and if it's Mac, it will just add a single forward slash. So the os.path join, actually it can join any subdirectories with directories or files, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to show you one example of the use of os.path.join here in the code. Here, see. So first, let me show you the paths that I have created in my PC. So in my PC, inside the C drive, I have created one folder Dell. Um, then in logs, I have two folders and two text files. So here these two text files have been opened with some text in it. Then there are two folders, 2009. In it again two folders. Okay, again one log. So these are the various files and folders in different subdirectories and files. Okay, so this is the path that I have created. So I'm going to navigate through or traverse through all these folders, files, directory using the os.path join function. So let's see. So in our code, we should actually use the import OS. I have added another one, date time. This is something extra. I will show you how I have used it. Okay. So in the first, we need to create a file path. So for that, we're going to join various path components inside the C directory where I have the Dell directory, and then in Dell I have a subdirectory as logs. So I'm just going to connect them together using the os.path.join function, and that should give you the file path. Okay, here is the file path, correct file path that I created. You know, the way if you write like this will also work in the Mac, Linux, any other platforms as you like. Now what I'm going to do, um, I'm going to see what directory are listed which are inside the file path that we created. So let me run the code and see, these are the folders. If you remember while going through the folders and files, so these are the directories files that I have listed inside my C directory Dell folder. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the date time import library here. So the date time will use the datetime.now function to reading for reading the current date and time. So let's run it and see, this is the format in which the datetime.now function will return the date and the time as well. Now I'm going to print the year, month and current day. Okay, 10 times suppose. Can we use the for loop in this? This is something basic. So num days is assigned with 10. So in the range of num days, that is 10, it should print the year, month and day. So let's say how you can just use the current day, the object that you created, to fetch the date time. So dot year will accept only year, dot month will accept the month and day will accept the day. Let's run this and see, these are the year, month and day repeatedly printed 10 times because of the for loop. Now I'm going to, in the next portion, I'm going to show you how to join a text file using the absolute path, the file path. So the file path that we created initially, this is here through these two statements. I'm going to use the file path and going to add the somya.txt file into the file path and see if it's working or not. Now the file path will be modified in this way. Okay, this is also, you can modify the path as per your need. Here what I'm trying to do, here see in somya.txt I have Three Rivers Community College as a text. I'm going to open the file path currently, which is here, the somya.txt, in the read mode, and the file content is should be able to read the file based on the read method. We have already seen the use of the read method. So now when I run the code to display the file content, it should display the Three Rivers Community College inside the file. Okay, so this is one form of using this. Now I'm going to open the same file path in the write mode. So can we write, I'm going to just change this text. So I want to write Three Rivers Community College new in the same file again, and then I want to close it. So let's see what is it doing something or not. Yeah, see here that data has been overwritten by the new data that I wrote here in the right method. These are some of the ways where you can use the os.path.join function in order to use the file path that you want, which you may have created in your directory or subdirectory.